Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to part 6 of the F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. And this race is Catalonia in Spain. So, looking forward to this one, as I've played this track a lot on many racing games. And it's a lot of fast corners. So, I'm hoping to upgrade the power system. But then I went, is the power system really necessary? Should I keep upgrading things that are the lowest ranked for us? So for that was chassis and the aerodynamics. So I thought, better do the front downforce. Because of the long, fast corners, it makes more sense to me as we just have a little look through, see where I am. I'm 7th as well in the points, and there, from the last episode, you can see I did get a 3rd place, which the content obviously corrupted, which is heartbreaking, but still a podium. It was just, I was mind blown and I was so happy on the video, and yeah. But no use crying over spilt milk. We've got Catalonia to look forward to. It's so hard to say Catalonia. Spanish Grand Prix to look forward to, as we go into free practice now. We're going to the race weekend. Here we go for our first flying lap. We're going to do the acclimatization just to get used to the braking points, how fast you can go around each corner, obviously. Try and hit the gates, the old gates. You know, old Spider-Man car. Now the track record, I believe, is held by Daniel Ricciardo, who set it in 2000. He was 17 or 18. Last year, 2018, so it was his last year in Red Bull. And he set a 118 point something. We're going to try and hit all the gates on our way through here. Speed trap there of 196 miles an hour, 0.6, nearly 200 miles an hour down that straight. I'm sure the Mercedes and the Ferrari get above that, and the Red Bull. We will do eventually. Gravel and spin, and that was the start of our practice. So here we go, round 2. That spin and crash doesn't help. That's what I mean by the fast corners. I just went in a bit too hot and all of a sudden hit the gravel, lose the rear end, and you're in the wall. Luckily the repair time was only like 4 minutes, something like that. It wasn't fast, it was really fast. So again, another go. And I don't know if we have unlimited wings, front wings, but they seem to break very easily. It's basically like having a bit of plastic on the end of your car. Just really cheap plastic, like a bendy straw. Hit anything and it just, whoop. As you can see, we're going to get these corners perfect anyway. Approach where we spanked it last time. Still on the grass, but we managed to keep it in the lines this time. At least we're not driving it into the wall. We hit checkpoint 6 there. Still haven't missed one, which is great. It's such a good flowing track, this one. All the high speed corners. See, like there for instance, you can just be flat down. I didn't know that until later on. Just hit that one. That's quite a tricky corner, just to not only the braking zone but actually when to turn in on that one, because if you want to hit the apex dead on, it's so difficult just to get. You have to get every little micro turn correct, and if you've got like 1% damage to the wing, it makes it so difficult to even approach that turn. As we hit DRS open there, we finished the practice program after lap 1. Pretty much now this circuit. We already went above the target score, which is great. So we finished practice session 1 there. And we're in 18th place on the hard. Mick's in 20th. That's about right for Mick. He's not been doing great at all. But we do get some resource points, which is nice. Add up for us so we can get another upgrade. Here we go. Into qualifying 1. Round 6, Spanish GP, qualifying 1. Is it going to go well in the old Peter Parker mobile? What do you think? Cut to clip of me smashing it. Not this time. We're just going to go straight out, try and be first on track, and see how it goes. As we come to our opening lap, hit the rumble strips, and I believe that is actually the fastest lap we set. We do a couple more laps and we do not improve on a 1:21.4, I believe. Yeah, so qualifying 1. Now here's an annoying part of this. I didn't think that was a good lap at all, but I actually did make it into Q2. But instead of just fast forwarding Q1 to get into Q2, I advanced to the race. Big mistake, but I don't think I was going to really improve, maybe by 1 position maybe, but annoyingly I skipped it, so I didn't even get to try Q2. That's the annoying thing. I thought you could just advance to the next one. No, you have to skip the time, unfortunately. But we do go into the R&D tree here, and we get another upgrade, which is really good. So this should be coming a couple of weeks, I think, for this. So we're going to get some tyre wear, 625 resource points, develop that, and slowly we're building our chassis department up as we enter the Spanish GP.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar for over 30 years now, and for good reason. Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya then, a high-speed 2.89-mile circuit which demands an efficient downforce package and bravery on the part of the driver, especially through the blind right of turn 9, which we might just see taken flat this weekend. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Albon, Ricciardo, Perez, Norris and Esteban Ocon, Stroll, Kvyat, Pierre Gasly and Raikkonen, Lewis, Giovinazzi, Romain Grosjean and Carlos Sainz. They've taken a grid penalty. Magnussen, Russell, Latifi and Mick Schumacher. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Here we are. on the race, and we do start P15 because of, I think Carlos Sainz had a grid penalty. So we actually gained a place. I think we would have been around there anyway. It's not the worst thing to happen, so I'm happy with P15 in the car we're in. You know, we've been punching above our weight in all the other races. You know, we've been up in the nosebleeds, as it were, and it's a bit too high for us anyway. There's the 5 red lights here. And out they go, and straight away struggle to get through second gear as quick as it seems Raikkonen did. And Grosjean. Grosjean got a nice lift above us, and we lose. Was it 2 or 3 places? To try and go around the outside of everyone here. Closing on Grosjean. Grosjean, don't want to risk nothing with Roman. Roman's a sketchy character to go against, so we actually play it way too safe and lose all the positions except to our teammate. But as we are here, right in the middle of 2 Williams, 2 Nortons, 2 Williams going at it. Lucky we didn't collide with Russell there. Really hot on the brakes. As you can see, 2 Spider-Mans chasing 2 Williams there. Right in the middle, nearly slammed into the back of him, just hit the brakes quick enough as we come round there and managed to make up the place on Russell and Schumacher. Not Russell, Latifi there, sorry, and Schumacher. So now we're behind Russell. We've lost a few places, but it's not so bad. Fast right-hander here, and we go right up the inside. He backs off. Thank you very much, George. We'll have that. Let's see, he tries to go around. He just hugs the racing line, and we just take it slightly inside. He backs off. He knows we're not. He's no match. He yields, and we slot right in front of him, as you can see. Fast corner. He's just completely on the racing line. If anything, he's too far left. And through we go, nice and easy. As we make a big dive down there, straight past Magnussen. He doesn't even fight us. And now we're looking at Giovinazzi. We'll take P18 off of him. Thank you very much, Kevin. Good old K-Mag, letting us have it. I'm not sure how I feel about Kevin Magnussen in real life. He seems a bit reckless. I think he is better than his results pan out. If you think about to a few years ago, as we try and absolutely launch one down past Giovinazzi, but you can see the Ferrari power of the Alpha there just keeping me back. So we're going to have to be real late on the brakes here to get any hope of passing him, and we do. Real hard late on the brakes there. Now we're looking at the McLaren of Carlos Sainz. But yeah, Kevin Magnussen, he's an odd character because he's seriously quick on his day. But his day's very limited. I think it's consistency with Kevin that is lacking. So trying to catch up now with Carlos Sainz. You can see it takes to the end of the lap before we can even get to the rear of his car here. But we do make it, so we're trying to keep close enough that on the main straight we can try and get Carlos. Obviously the McLaren is powered by Renault. So the Renault's not the fastest down the straight, it's similar to the Honda, but it is good. Should be breezing past him. We've got ERS open. Close it off, he tucks in behind, yields the position. We actually got it a lot easier than Giovinazzi's was. Now we chase the Iceman himself, Kimi. We got a personal best in Sector 1 straight away, so we know we're going decently fast. Let's come around the fast straight. Here's the worrying part, DRS, overtake. We're a little close to Kimi. We go for the overtake, and oh my god, he accidentally brakes too fast. He braked way too early. Did not expect him to brake that soon. I thought he was gonna... I had time to shoot round the left, and I just rammed straight directly into the centre of the back of him. Big error from me. Almost like a brake check. He manages to hold on. As you can see, he tweaks the wheel. He hits the back of I'm pretty sure that's Grosjean. But we still managed to get through as well. Obviously we have damage to our front wing. Not too sure what the strategy is suggesting keep the current or don't stop at all, but got to stop. He's still set up best in Sector 2 despite that. Doubt the best in Sector 3 though. Down the main straight, and you're going to see how much power we've lost here as we activate overtake mode just to defend a bit off of Kimi. And Kimi just shoots past us like we're nothing, swatting us like a fly. And you can see in the rear view mirror there, Carlos Sainz having a little nose. He's sniffing around now. We've lost so much downforce here due to the wing just crumbling from my mistake. And we're just trying to basically at this point keep up with Sainz around the fast corners. Keep them in DRS range so we don't have to pit just yet as it's a bit early, but you can see there we're really struggling around the corners, and Giovinazzi's having a look now. We managed to fight off Giovinazzi, keep that position because that is someone we are fighting. As you can see, carbon fibre just fly off to the side of the track there. So plan is maintain behind Sainz. You can see there pretty severe front wing damage. Front left tyre has actually got quite a bit of degradation considering it's lap 4. Really pushing it down the left. So I decide, do you know what? I'm going to box. I'm going to box the next lap. And the normal plan is mediums, but I thought it's probably better to go on hards as we're stopping a couple laps early. Giovinazzi's just breezing past us. We try and fight Giovinazzi off. Managed to hold him back there. You stay back, Giovinazzi. I'm not having two Alphas get past me just yet. As we come into the lap to pit. Pit onto the hards. See if we can get a good pit stop here. Change the wing. Not bad for a wing change, that pit stop. Hit 7.9 up. Under 80 seconds for a pit stop where you got to change the wing. It's not bad. So now we go rich mix. Now we're going to be using our overtake mode. There's Lance Stroll. He's out of the race. Seems to be an electronic failure. Maybe his engine. No damage to the physical side of the car. No accident or anything. He just parks it off to the side. But our plan is now, keep your foot down, head down, let's get some fastest laps in, see if we can catch the pack now, as we're not stopping. We've got 11 laps on these hard tyres. Not the tidiest first lap on the hard tyres, but got to get them heat. Excuse me. Got to get them hot, heated up, just so it takes normally a full lap of extreme hard, rich mix, fuel, ERS, DRS, everything under the sun to get these hard tyres nice and flexible almost. As you have a little look on Mick Schumacher. He's still stuck behind the Williams car, so I believe Mick is in dead last. As Max Verstappen or Alexander Albon, I can't see who it is there, trying to get past him. After they've obviously made a pit stop. We come out ahead of Raikkonen though, which is really good. That's really positive. So it was the right call to come in that lap, because only one more lap and we would have lost all the time in the world to him. DRS open, now we've got to get past Georgie boy. As we make a stupid dive bomb down the inside. We had no right even thinking about that. There was no room for anyone. Poor George has got us banging wheel to wheel here, trying to get through on him. Georgie didn't know what hit him there. No room at all. No room, no space. I wasn't even in the correct braking zone. I just thought, as I slide the car and try to keep hold of it. Lucky I didn't come off with any major damage. I'm pretty sure I got some tyre rub there. Trade paint with George Russell. George is probably screaming and sticking his finger out the window at me. But I've got to get that position back. Got to have your elbows out. Drive like Max. That might be the terminology everyone's going to be using. Oh, as Magnussen comes out of the pits, we nearly rear-end him there. We should be a lot faster because he's on cold tyres. He's also opted for the hard. His tyres are going to be nice and cold. Ours are really hot as we just swing around the outside here. You can see we're so close to Magnussen. We know we're faster here. Just don't want to get stuck behind him and let his tyres heat up, essentially. I feel the speed here. I feel the speed. We're going to switch right, switch left, go down the inside. Bang tyres again. I'm turning into Grosjean. Up into P15. Unfortunately now, as we approach the penultimate corners of lap 8, it's going to be a very lonely race as Carlos Sainz is 10.5 seconds ahead of us and there is no way we can catch him. And we're just going to be fending off Magnussen and Russell, which I believe we are faster than both the Haas and the Williams. As you can see, Mick Schumacher here is ahead of one of the Alphas at the moment, which is fantastic to see because he was in dead last. But he is still stuck behind another Williams. I think it's of Nicholas Latifi. We have Lewis Hamilton here, out in front, just showing his dominance as always. In the silver Mercedes in this episode, not the black one. Waiting for that update. Should come over the line now. Set one of our fastest laps. In lap 13, still in 15th place. As I said, extremely lonely race to be honest now. We're 5 seconds ahead. We're so much faster than the Haas, than the Alphas and the Williams car. Not with Mick, but with me. But we are nowhere near Carlos Sainz still. Even Grosjean actually, only one of the Haas cars. The other Haas car has been absolutely blistering for them anyway. Our real race at the moment, I would say we're as good as the Haas car. That's my overall. I think we're better than. I think Alpha's quite bad at the moment, and Williams is Williams, unfortunately. As unfortunate as the meme is going to be. As you said, so far our fastest lap of the race, personal best here. Definitely the trickiest part of the circuit, this final sector. It's so hard to get all these corners flying, whether to use the curb or not. And this corner here, this little chicane, is very tricky just to perfect, rather. I'm trying to speak today. As you can see, I went red in that sector, so not quite as fast. We have Mick here, who has now been passed by the Alpha, because the Alpha is, I'm assuming, so Giovinazzi has got past him and Latifi now. So Mick is still in dead last.
laps of fuel remaining.
On the penultimate lap here, crossing round to go on to the final lap. As we nearly set the fastest time. It's just that last section I cannot get right. I must have got it right once and I just can never beat that time. It's been an extremely lonely race. We are in P15, so we did move up. Oh no, we didn't move up because we got promoted to P15, so we are where we started. I think this is about the correct pace of the car. We've probably been humbled a little bit here. This is the correct pace. We've been up in the nosebleeds for the past few races. This track does not suit this particular car. It's a fun... I don't think I've done particularly bad around the circuit. I know I haven't optimised every corner. As Lewis Hamilton wins the Spanish GP. Nice helicopter shot there. Lewis coming around the final corner in his lovely silver Arrow Mercedes. Dominant as ever, I'm sure. But we're just not competitive enough around this circuit. And I dread to think of the next race, which is Monaco. Monaco, if you know me, is my most feared nightmare track in the world. I hate driving around Monaco because I am truly awful at it. And I'm pretty sure that when I start recording it, you're going to agree with me. If I don't DNF, I think that would be positive. I would happily take last place if I didn't DNF. That's how bad at Monaco I am, especially on this difficulty. Difficulty I think is set to 95%, 90%, no, it might be 90%, as we actually run out of fuel as we go across the line there. Bring it home in P15. Not the greatest race, but hey, we finished the race, is what it is, and we still did better than Mick. So, haha Mick, as Carlos Sainz gets driver of the day.
Another Spanish Grand Prix is over, and what a special race it was. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
So Lewis Hamilton wins the Spanish GP with Max Verstappen in second, Sebastian Vettel in third, Valtteri Bottas, Charles Leclerc, Alexander Albon, Ricardo Perez, Norris and Kvyat with the final 10th place. We come 15. 15th is just, is what it is. Mick comes dead last. Only, what was that, not even half a second behind the Williams, but he's still behind the Williams. As we beat Magnussen again though, which is nice. Penalty free. Get some acclaim for the team. So I move into level 5 now. The team's almost level 7, which is fantastic. But yeah, next episode is Monaco. Pray for me as I record it, because it is a horror show for me. If you have liked this video, like, share, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in Monaco. Gulp.